Welcome to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP. And today's topic, this violent, disturbed Anglo Male shoots 3 innocent people, fatalitynized, including an innocent child, outside a Target store in Austin, Texas. Then he had continued his violent behaviorness, but he had mental issues trick comes out. But in this brilliant supremacist system, they're like, hey, Niggs, you cannot use that tactic. Yes. And I have done various podcasts on various numbers of Anglos doing heinous, atrocious criminality and white on white criminality. And I mean, the list goes on, right? White on black criminality, et cetera, right? See, the thing about, I don't get it confused. I also have various other podcasts showing the criminality of various other cultures and backgrounds and some alternative lifestyle categories and stuff like that has done anti-American black hatred also. See, the problem is there's not enough personnel showing these kind of things. And this is why I do these kind of things as a timepiece purpose, because there is an agenda or agendas to continue to keep acting like black on black crime, black on black crime, black on black crime. Right? See how that goes. So let me go ahead and show. Oh, give me a second here. Let me go ahead and actually let me get that off there. And let me go ahead and share my screen on this part. One moment. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, as you see that. APD, Austin Police Enforcement Personnel, basically Anglo suspect in Austin, Texas Target shooting, unalive, fatalitized 3 innocent people, assaulted others, and destroyed multi-vehicles within less than 1 hour. But at the same time, you got people talking about black on black crime, right? Including the little fleer tethers and black adjacent ones, and the ones who want to slot under the banner of Angloism, who know they want to be like them, the ones it applies to, right? It's almost like they scared to sit there and call out white on white criminality and Anglo criminality, and like the ones it applies to, right? So let's go ahead and play this video, and I'm utilizing this as what do you call it? Fair use doctrine.
Police have identified the 3 people killed in Monday's shooting at a Target parking lot on Research Boulevard. Police say the suspect, 32-year-old Ethan Nigg, randomly attacked the victims before going on a violent crime spree across Austin.
And just a few hours ago, we received an update on what authorities know so far. KVU's Malia Masamoto is outside the Target on Research Boulevard in North Austin to run through those new details that police released to us today. Malia.
Well, Mark and Quita, it all started here at the Target parking lot just a little after 2 p.m. when police say the suspect shot 3 people before stealing a car and driving away. But officers caught up with the suspect 13 miles and driving away, but stealing a car and driving away. But officers caught up with the suspect. Suspect shot 3 people before stealing a car and driving away. But officers caught up with the suspect 13 miles away, all the way in South Austin. Well, APD said Nigg shot a Target employee, Hector Hector Martinez Machuca in the parking lot while he was collecting carts. Then officers say he shot Adam Chow and 4-year-old granddaughter as they sat in their Toyota 4Runner. 4-year-old granddaughter hurts. Then on parking lot while Target employee Henniker shot a Target employee Hector Martinez Machuca in the parking lot while he was collecting carts. Then officers say he shot Adam Chow and 4-year-old granddaughter as they sat in their Toyota 4Runner. And Chow's
Whereas the hatred and animosity toward numbers of males within certain sections of the predominate culture, are they going to be looked at as criminality personified? Are there going to be laws put in place to sit there and protect citizens from angry, violent assaulter type numbers of Anglo males? Right? When people start seeing Anglo males out, when they see them more and more out, are people going to hold their purses and hold their wallets and lock their doors and feel they got to be on their P's and Q's when they see numbers of Anglo males? Huh? Of course not. Huh? See, there is something mentally neurotic about millions of people, right? Especially within certain parts of Americanism that pretend that we don't see what we see. But it's something, you see something related to a black male doing something, which gigantically black males are not the most criminality active people and do not commit the most crimes. But you saw that game go, but they got to blur out some very small amount of black males who are doing some stuff. You see how that's a mental neurotic ass behavior by millions of people who sit there. It's almost like they short circuit when they sit there and see and they minimize when there is constant Anglo assaulting, Anglo murderous behavior. I'm talking about this one applies to. It's almost like you got millions of people in America, they short circuit because like, I can't believe that. That's a mental neuroticism, neurotic behavior. That's sick, people.
Wife was injured, they say, while Nigg stole their SUV. Now, from there, police say Nigg tried to steal a water truck but couldn't start it, then got back in the 4Runner and crashed it on Mopac and Anderson Lane. Police say he left his gun in that vehicle. After that, he carjacked another woman and took off in her Volkswagen, and that's how he got all the way down to South Austin. APD received reports that he had thrown a brick through an acquaintance's window and was running around naked on La Casa Drive. Officers say they tased him and took him into custody. APD Chief Lisa Davis said around naked on La Casa reports that he is South Austin. APD received, and that's how he got all the way down to in her Volkswagen, and that's how he got all the way down to South Austin. APD received reports that he had thrown a brick through an acquaintance's window and was running around naked on La Casa Drive. Officers say they tased him and took him into custody. APD Chief.
Interesting that he was still treated with humanity. He wasn't thrown to the ground. You didn't have bad seeds, terrorism type personnel, the ones applies to. Then put a knee on his back of his neck for almost 10 minutes. They didn't bust him in the teeth and stuff like that. They didn't break him down and stuff like that. And, didn't treat him like an inhumane animal as how many numbers of black males are treated. Again, black males don't commit the most crimes. Black males overall do not commit crimes. Right? You see how that goes, right?
Lisa Davis said APD had mental health interactions with Nigg in the past.
But you see how that goes. You see what they just did. We had some mental health issues in the past. What the hell I got to do any damn thing now, right? But if it was black American males that did that, and somebody said, well, that black male has some mental health issues, we don't hear that crap. No, he's still guilty. We don't hear nothing about that. That Nigg this, Nigg that. I'm telling you, man, there's some millions that have some neurotic behavior in various parts of America, man. Something's very sick about millions of people within certain parts of America on this, man.
I'm thinking about the past incidents that we had with him on mental health runs. And where is the follow-up there? And for someone to have the capacity to take the life of 3 innocent people and a 4-year-old child. As we move forward and are looking more into this, it will be interesting to kind of peel that back and see where those failures took place.
I don't want to hear any more of that deflection behavior that how many people do this, right? But watch this. Again, there is a system of brilliancy. The system of supremacists, which are the most awesome mental manipulation force that's ever existed. They allow this privilege to continue to happen because there's an agenda, right? Watch this.
There is a group of us. Over the centuries, the members change, but not the purpose.
Yes, yes. Let them repeat the truth again.
There is a group of us. Over the centuries, the members change, but not the purpose.
Yes, yes. There are those purposes and agenda, right? And that's definitely to create continuously anti-American Black hatred, right? And people, tethers, Black adjacent fleers, personnel that's, numerous agendas, right? Immigrationist overload, border breaking, illegal immigrant overload continuously, right? To keep a certain type of social, economic, financial, etc., manipulation type of apexness continue to keep going on, a certain type of caste system that's continue to going on in certain parts of America, right? While at the same time having people to sit there and show anti-American Black hatred, but at the same time minimize white on white criminality, right? See how that goes. White on Black criminality, the one that see how that goes, the one this applies to. But let me sit there and share this screen again on this situation because they don't want to talk about the atrocious criminality sheet that this demonic ingrained hatred, demonicism type personnel of this Anglo Male has in himself. Watch this.
Well, investigators say Nigg got the gun from a family member, but they aren't sure if the family will face charges for allowing him to have that weapon. There's also
hold on. Hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. Let me go back. I don't think that went through. So let me go back and reshare my screen again. I don't know if that went through, but that's okay. We'll just try it again. Share. Let me go back, make sure you can see that. Okay, you can see that. All right. So, what? Okay, what just happened? Give me a second. My screen just went blank. Give me a second.
health interaction.
Hold on. I don't know if that's the right one I wanted to show. Give me a second. Let me go back. Give me 1 second because I want to sit there and show something here. Named as well. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, let me see if this is the one. Give me a second. I'm just quite sure. Give me a second.
Place.
Dang, hold on. Give me a second. You know what? Give me a second here. I need to look at something. Give me 1 moment here. Okay, here. Give me a second. I'm about to show this. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm about to show it now. Okay, give me a second now. Now I can go ahead and go back now. Let me reshare my screen now on this right here, because this is very important as well. Very important.
Well, investigators say Nigg got the gun from a family member, but they aren't sure if the family will face charges for allowing him to have that weapon. There's also been a lot of questions if there's connections between the victims, but police tell us there was no reason that Nigg chose him. They were completely random. Reporting live in North Austin, Malia Masamoto, KVUE News.
The killer in this case was certainly a loser, but he was definitely not a nobody with a spotless record, according to law enforcement. His rap sheet was practically screaming for a serious intervention.
Look at this, man. Look at this. Now, I want you to imagine this is a Black American male, right? Look at this. 2011, possession of marijuana. Even though you'd be like, well, I mean, how many Black males, majority of Black males do not smoke marijuana. But how many, especially in the 80s and the 90s, were locked up behind some of this stuff? How many? But now you have however many weed dispensaries in various types of states making millions of dollars off something that Black American males, the small amount that were doing that, were being locked up. Boy, you talking about the irony of that, right? Criminal 2015, criminal mischief, 100,000, 200,000, whatever that's supposed to mean. Two years probation, later revoked, plea deal. 2015, assault, family violence, dismissed. 2015, I guess whatever it is, I don't know if that's whatever it is. 2015 again, driver while intoxicated, 20 days plea deal. 2016, assault, something, whatever it is, something, whatever all these people, whatever this is, dismissed, convicted in other case. 2016 again, assault, something reckless, something, wherever this all this stuff is. Deferred adjudication 2 years, then 45-day jail plea deal. 2016 again, criminal mischief again, whatever this stuff is. 2016 again, violation of bond protective order, 60 days in jail. 2017, driver while intoxicated, second, 90 days plea deal. 2019, assault family member, household member with previous conviction, dismissed, able to locate victim. Man, but same damn time, they want to sit there and talk about Black American males. Oh my goodness, they doing that. But Black American males, 9,000% don't commit no damn crimes like this. Not even the most criminality type people. Do you see the irony of this? And it's just not enough people. There's not enough even Black Americans to say, hold the hell up. Enough of this one-sided, nonsensical horse shit as tactics and stuff like this. Enough. This guy got a gigantic, atrocious criminality sheet, right? And he continued to be violent and get slapped on his wrist. So where is the hatred? Right? And oh my goodness, they see some white males over there. Oh, they see a white male acting like this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's we got to watch that. Where's all that at? Of course not. Right?
It had assaults, domestic violence charges, protective order violations, mental health holds. It had the works. Yet time after time, local officials and the DA, more on that in a second, gave him the warm slap on the wrist treatment. Don't do it again. Don't be a bad boy. We're going to let you go this time, but don't do it again.
You see how that goes, right? The insulting of that, right? Give me a second. I'm gonna show one last thing. This is what people like for Black Americans to do by the millions. I'm not talking about sellouts or gullible ones. Give me one moment. I'm gonna sit there and show you what people do when this is when it's about race, especially toward Black folks. Oh, it's about race, right? Give me a second. Give me one moment here. But at the same time, when it's about criminality, about numbers of ones within the predominate culture committing continuously demonic, assaulting, murderous behavior, fraudulent behavior, white collar crime behavior, arson behavior, robbiness, REPE, basically, the number one personnel who do that crime the most. The number of, again, arsons, the number one most fraudulent behavior ones. And even when you talk about they love doing what about the murderous part of it? Even when you look at statistics of that, and you look at the statistics of similarity And it's not even gigantic difference between numbers of white personnel that commit criminality on murderers and numbers of black personnel. But they skip over the numerous other criminality categories that numbers of personnel with a predominant culture, especially numbers of males, commit. Golly, boy, you see the nerveness of this. And it continues to be allowed. But when it's about numbers of personnel, the ones applies to within the predominant culture, who are the most criminality type personnel, right? Ever. This is what happens when it's when it's about the race part of that.
All this intense rivalry. After all, we all belong to the same race, the human race.
What you say? What now? What's that, Dr. Smith? From the great show Lost in Space.
All this intense rivalry. After all, we all belong to the same race, the human race.
You see how that little disgusting game goes, right? See how the little tactic goes, right? But at the same time, when it's something dealing with black personnel, it ain't about the human race. It ain't about the human race then. It's about race, right? What are you gonna do about those niggs? They so violent. They so criminality. But you start looking at criminal statistics, like, you got to be kidding, man. Stop. And then when they know you're not biting off that nonsense, well, of course, there's more personnel within the predominant culture. No, that's not what you did. No. You try to make it seem like black personnel, especially black males, are the most criminality personnel. So go to hell with that now playing that little both sides switch. No, we ain't gonna have that. We know the number one personnel in America who are the most mass shooting type people ever. Numbers of white males. Where's all the outrage at that? Quiet. The number one personnel who sit there and utilize fentanyl the most, opioids the most, sell opioids the most, sell fentanyl the most, sell meth the most. Right? Where's all the outrage at them? Nope. Something is very seriously wrong with millions of personnel within certain parts of America. They have this neurotic behavior that they see no evilness among certain numbers of males and certain numbers of women within certain parts of predominant culture. It's as if they think they're just angelic. The one it's applies to that are doing this. And then when you have certain numbers of Anglo personnel who have tried over the past to sit there and try to help certain parts of American blacks to have some kind of equality, they get called wiggers, and you like the Niggs, right? So you know there are some people within certain parts of predominant culture who have a neurotic behavior, right? But we're going to act like in this picture. Yes, I know I get generational privilege and excuses made for my demonic behavior, and he has some mental issues agenda, which is used out of context for personnel that do criminality like me every day. But those niggas, we don't allow them to use these tactics. The games is very real. I thank you for tuning in. To the Real CP Show.